Good morning everybody, it's Monday the 17th of January 2022 and I'm off on a 5k run again. I'm up on the tracks on the high side of the river near the dog park behind the tillage, with the idea of running the same course as I ran last Monday in the opposite direction, just to see what it will be like and get a sense of where the markers and turnaround points will be. So last week I ran this course to excuse me, get an idea that the could be an alternative 5k run up in this area, simply to avoid closing the track in wet weather, or when it's muddy, when it's heavy rain floods it. Now that doesn't mean that park run are necessarily looking for another track, but it's just to say there is an alternative. So at the moment I'm heading in the direction of Gibson Street Bridge. Morning.
Give me some of your energy.
A lot of people out this morning. Morning. Who was just walking, and dog walkers. Good to see the tracks being used. Thank you. Morning. I mentioned last week the advantages and otherwise of this track. There's car parking and water stations, but there's no toilets, and I know that toilets are not essential for park run, and I think we'd all agree they're a convenience. I'm not going to keep harping on about that, but the fact that there's a playground here, which we'll go past eventually, means you're going to have kids out playing and you need a toilet. We've got a new councillor and a new mayor, and maybe it'll happen now. I keep going on the high side here. I've got a little switchback here. Here for this pole here. Going to turn around here. This pile of gravel is 1.51 kilometres to here. I hope I'm going to get all my distances right here. Trying to do the math in my head, but I don't know the distances from one point to the other as well as I did the other way around. I have to see. We're going back the way we just came, obviously. You go downhill again. The field will be well and truly stretched out by now, so wouldn't be any concerns about people coming and going. And the paths wide up, as you can see, are bi-directional. Morning again. Morning again. Shoes seem to be making a lot more racket this morning. I misplaced the ones I normally run in, and so we're another pair that don't have as much cushioning. I've seen better days. Morning. Up this little rise to the garden bench. And now you've got a bit of a downhill to the fork on the left. Morning. And we're at 2.57 kilometres to here. And now down this little slope here and across the bridge. It's about 220 metres. Morning. Around to the left here and the back of Belmore Estate, and that was 2.82 kilometres to there. Which of course will bring up the 3 very shortly. Three kilometres just by this pasture's railing. Yes. You've got to obviously make 2 from there. And a slope here. This section just here, there's always mud on the track here, not because of flood water, but because of soil being washed down from the right hand side there. Let's turn around these pine trees again. Just because there's a laneway, there's a good marker there. So here at 3.5, 6, and we've got to hope we're 1.5 back to the start line. We've got a rise here. And then here on the flat, and now down the slope here from this park bench to the next one that's down at the bottom. See the path in front of you. Oh, hopefully you can. Maybe try and pick up your pace a bit. Through the dirt patch again. And now you're almost at the bottom of that dip. The second garden bench. Just passed a bit over 4 kilometres. Onto the third bridge. Here's the inclusive play space playground. A reason for the need for a toilet. Cross bridge number 4, 4.76 kilometres. I'll need to go along here a bit to the finish line. A bit further than I thought I'd have to go and make the 5k, but obviously if you extend the first turnaround point a bit further, or even the second one, you get the start line and finish line closer to each other. And coming up on a 5k, now, 5.01 looks like, to here just before the first bridge again, in a time of 27:24 it looks like. Happy with that. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Just going to do a bit of a walk, a cool down. Might edit out some of this stuff here with my handkerchief blowing my nose again. As I said, if you extended the first turnaround point a bit further down to where I'd gone last week, which is a bit further down that track towards Howard Boulevard, another couple of 100 metres, maybe 200 metres to that marker that I used last week, then you'd only have to come to the start line, or perhaps just one pole beyond it or something. I wouldn't like to extend the second turnaround point too much, because first of all the laneway there is a sort of natural marker, and then it goes into the switchbacks that go down to the river, and although the path is wide enough, people coming around some of those curves at high speed, and some of the runners still will be, the front runners would still be going pretty fast at that point, it'd become a bit of a safety issue, because it's around a blind corner and you can't, obviously as a blind corner you can't see what's coming the other way and so on. So as I say, if you tweak those two turnaround points a bit, it'd be possible to set up a 5k that way. So I guess the proof is in either direction you can have a 5k track up here, and as I said at the start, me investigating it and mapping it out and so on doesn't mean park runner looking for a new track or going to necessarily abandon the existing track. It's simply to say that the possibility exists that that could happen, and so that those occasions through the year when there is heavy rain, not necessarily always in Goulburn, but in the catchment area for the river upstream of the weir, and the water flows over the weir and onto the track and it has to be cancelled, it could be run here. But even if park run was not interested in that, then people who are just looking for a 5k loop could use this track here. Now, I suppose another option would be, instead of starting at the bubbler back there where I said the starting line was, you could start back here in the car park somewhere near the gate to the dog park. Or maybe you could start on the grass and do a loop around the dog park first of all, and then come onto the concrete and onto the pathway from there. All right, thanks for watching. I hope it's useful to somebody.